what's going on? In this video, we're going to discuss 5 side hustles you could do from scratch and how these jobs can help you quit your job in as little as 6 months. And we're talking with a little bit of money, not too much. My name is Demai Jeffrey, and I've been an entrepreneur over the last 15 years. I've done many different types of businesses. I've done Airbnb. Currently, I own and operate a retail clothing store here in Brooklyn. And so I've also done fix and flip homes. I've also was a real estate broker here in New York City. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So the name of the game is that there is a 4-step process that has to be applied to these service businesses, right? A service business, I think, is best to do, in particular starting off, compared to an e-commerce business, right? So now the question is, what type of side hustles should you do? Well, below I have a list of over 40 different side hustles you could do that generate over $500,000 a year. Now the kicker is this: I think you can ultimately make your side hustle into your main job, whereby you can ultimately quit your job where you're working 40 hours each week and focus on your side hustle and make that into a big business, if that's something you would like to do. But nonetheless, these side hustles are good businesses, not only short term, but also long term, and also you could pass these businesses down to your kids and grandkids. So what are 5 side hustles you can do right now? Well, number 1, you can do lawn care, tree cutting, electrical, plumbing. You could do masonry work. You could be a digital marketer. You can do many different types of side hustles. But just to name a few, I just named a few for you. Now, what are the systems that has to be applied to these side hustles, right? And the systems are really, really important. So number 1, you got to figure out what type of leads you need for your side hustle. I think when you're doing service businesses, marketing is really key. So you have to figure out where your audience lives at for the side hustle that you're doing. So let's say if you're doing remote cleaning, where you have to do a demographic research on people that would like remote cleaning done. So you may want to research people that have single family homes, or maybe people that have apartments, and figure out which part of those demographics of people need cleaning to their house, need cleaning done for their homes, right? If they're people with families, or single people, or couples, or what have you. So do the demographic research, identify where they're at. So let's say if your clientele is on TikTok, then you got to go to TikTok and run your ads. If your clientele is on Facebook, you got to go to Facebook to run your ads, or Instagram, or Pinterest, or Etsy, or Google, or Yahoo. Wherever they're at, focus on that entirely until you understand how to get leads from that particular marketing platform. Now, the second thing is you have to focus on your automation. Automation of your business is key, because at the end of the day, the goal is to work 5 hours each week on your business to generate anywhere from $5,000 to $100,000 each month, right? You're not trying to quit a job where you're working 40 hours each week and go back to another job where you're working 40, 50 hours each week. No, you should be quitting your 40-hour work week job where you're making minimum wage at, or let's say 20, 30 bucks an hour, to a job where you're working 5 hours each week, making 10 grand, 20 grand a month. All right, so you have to automate your business. This is the only way to do that. Now, how do you automate your business? Well, there are a bunch of applications you can use. There are companies where you can pay someone to do your customer service for you. There's another company, like I mentioned earlier, called House Call Pro, where you can literally have them text your customers, email your customers. They can also do your invoicing for you. So customers can go on your website and they can pay through House Call Pro for this. So you don't have to worry about that. You can also have them send postcards to your customers. You don't have to worry about that as well. You can also have them book on your calendar for when the work will be done. You don't have to worry about that. All the services will be done for House Call Pro. And that is the way to attack your business. Now, the last step to all of this is that you got to figure out who's going to do the work. And you have to vet the people that's going to do the work for you. So let's say you have someone that is doing your ads for you, for people that will do the work for you. So let's say if you're in remote cleaning, you probably don't want to do the cleaning yourself, right? You don't want to go out there and clean homes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but you're trying to accomplish a goal where you're working 5 hours each week. And if you're cleaning homes as a business, you won't be able to do that. So you have to figure out, where do the people live at to clean homes? So you have to run ads on Craigslist, right? Craigslist ads for people that's looking for jobs, and you have to tell people you're willing to pay them, $15, $20 an hour, and you run the ad, they reach out, and you assign them to people that's on your calendar for that job to be done, right? This is how it's to be done. Now, I'm going to explain this in depth. I hope you found some value in this video, but listen to my other video here where I break down how to run Craigslist ads for your business to get people to work inside your business, so therefore you won't have to do it. But hopefully you got some content, hopefully you got some value here, and I'll see you next time. Peace.